Hello, this is Jesse Coffee. You might wonder why I called you all here to listen to this recording I made in the middle of the night. I'll tell you why. Because this recording is all about Twitter. All about my time on Twitter, what happened in the past 6 months that caused something to change in the way I use the internet. 2024 was a really busy year for me so far. It was busy in ways I haven't expected it to be. I opened 5 Bluey roleplay accounts, and here it is 6 on Twitter. But it was what happened offline that occupied much of my time. My mom is currently planning a book that she wants me to work on, and has bought a ton of new office equipment using a separate financing system from the one I'm normally attached to. The new equipment included multiple flash drives, a DVD drive, DVD-Rs, and most of all, a little beauty of a device called the HP SmartTank 6000. I also ran through a ton of that old-fashioned ink that went with it. I have mainly used this new printer to print many newspapers from quite a number of countries, predominantly America, but also from the UK, Germany, France, the Netherlands, Italy, Spain, Canada, Brazil, Mexico, and Sweden. I've even underwent replacements to both my laptop and my video capture equipment. I got a new Acer Aspire to replace my earlier Acer Aspire, which died under especially undignified circumstances in May of 2024. I also did away with ScreenRec after a few months, switching entirely to Corel Aftershock 3, which I'm starting to get used to recording things from Puffer with, even though Corel's program doesn't get the full 60 FPS frame rate that Puffer uses for all the stations it picks up. Well, anyway, as a result of all this, my hands have been more tied in 2024 than they've ever been in any year since I began using computers on my own. That unfortunately accounts for why my participation in the roleplay accounts, if I participate in them at all, has been fairly lazy. Also, I noticed how toxic Twitter has gotten in general, and how humanity there has, to my sadness, been in freefall ever since Hamas's attack on Israel on October 7th. On the subsequent war, I seem to have been among the very few people on Twitter and on social media to have taken a principled and civilized position, condemning the October 7th atrocities, condemning the actions of each of the militaries who participated in it, expressing concern for the civilians of both Israel and Palestine, and wanting the war in the Middle East generally to end, and end in ways that will permanently end all of the oppression encountered in all of the nations that there are in the Middle East. While people like Ilan Naral, Bernie Sanders, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Ilhan Omar, Ayanna Pressley, Sheena Tlaib, and Jamal Bowman have taken a similar position, while organizations like If Not Now, Jews for Racial and Economic Justice, NAMOD, and All That's Left have proven themselves fully worthy of my trust on the subject of this war as a Jew. Both the pro-Palestinian and pro-Israel sides of the war have let an enormous share of crazies out of their bags. The share of crazies they have has only mounted considerably with each atrocity committed by Hamas and or the IDF. And this brings me to the announcement I am making now. I have completed the last full week my usage of Twitter outside of the K9 News account. Effective this coming month, I will be using my own Twitter account on Saturdays and having one or more of the roleplay accounts come into play on Sundays. The rest of my online activity outside of the Canine News account will be on other websites, mainly Threads and YouTube. Before I begin my time reduction, I want to express my thanks to the people who followed me, who I felt were worth following on Twitter over the past 6 years. I've seen a lot of ups and downs over the past 6 years of my Twitter use, but there are so many people who helped me through them. Struggling to name them all, but if you're among them, please state your name in the comments section of this recording. And now, off to begin my era of semi-retirement from Twitter. Thank you for listening.